and good morning. I would like to apologize for slight delay. The title of my lecture today is how to write and publish a journal paper. And the writing papers and publishing papers is very important in academic world. We write for various different reasons. For students, mainly for their degree, to get as a typical requirement for the university to get their masters or PhD. For the lecturers, for the promotion, and for the researchers for obtaining awards and grants. And basically, the journal paper is very, very important in academic world and also in professional life. So, the writing journal, as we know, it has been started a long time ago in mid-17th. There is a few journals around that time, with like these two journals that is shown there. Okay, we normally heard about this saying, publish or perish. Publish or perish. And even people went to the extent that publish and be damned. Publish and be damned. And but people come with a better version that publish and be flourish. Publish and flourish, meaning that it's a softer version of that slogan. But what it means that is what it tries to emphasize that very important for us, in the academic world to survive, in order to survive, to publish papers, journal papers particularly. The journal paper, what is the purpose? It's serve as a forum where a researcher is able to, for the knowledge dissemination, you want to tell people about the knowledge that you have discovered, and then to communicate and exchange the idea to the research community throughout the world. And see, people will read your work and they will cite your work. Okay, publication is defined as it's stated by an author, Sharp in his book, that publishing research means that others can see the tangible evidence of the effort and the intelligence put into the work. So people will be able to see your work and to read your work first. Okay, why people write journal paper? There are various reasons that I have compiled from various sources, and for recognition, for fame, or prestige, and psychological compensation. Maybe you may not get nothing, but you feel happy, your satisfaction, self-satisfaction. And for conveying the truth as one discover it. Yeah? This is one of the reasons also for writing papers. For research grant application, normally you need to have a supporting document in the form of a list of publication. For the professional advancement, for the requirement for your higher degree, and to obtain even financial payment. Some university, some institution pay people, the researchers, with incentive, and sometimes it's very high. The payment. I used to receive about 50K per year from the past few 3-4 years, or 3-4 years ago. It's a big amount. Some universities are willing to give if they have some funding for that. And to secure employment. And majority of the students who have get degree, master and PhD, and they stand good chance to get a better job if they have good list of journal publication. I just 2-3 days ago, last week, my student, he just completed his PhD in 2.5 years. And he got about how many? About 12-15 journal papers. in a good journal, Q1, Q2, very strong. And then he sent his CV to one university, and then the faculty invited him for interview. He said, I don't want to go. And then later on, Vice Chancellor called him for interview, and he went. And then I said, okay, when you're ready to work, to start working? So and the university said, we are ready to offer you any time now. You know, such an easy thing, because by virtue of publishing in a good journal, and as a basis for the tenure and promotion. And if you want to apply for if you are a lecturer, for your senior lecturer, professor, associate professor, all you need the journal publication. When they want to evaluate your work, they want your CV. At the same time, they're asking for your compilation of your papers that you publish in the journal. They didn't ask for the conference paper or books, but only journal paper. I remember when I applied my B grade professor, it was a very fast exercise. 2-3 months they called me for interview, but what they want is only my CV and only the compilation of the journal as a proof that I published in a journal, not other things, pattern or books, but they're looking for journal. And for research award, it's also important for us. From time to time, there are organizations that offer awards. They look for the journal papers as well. Okay, you will be happy. You will, pleased when your work is published in a journal, in a good journal. That Upin and Ipin, they used to talk to each other that Upin was so happy, and then Upin asked, why are you so excited today, Ipin? And Ipin said, oh, my paper now is published in Nature. I said, oh, great, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, I believe some of you come from UTM, from many from far, some majority from UPM, because you want to learn. Well, we have to learn from continuously learning. And even in my case, I have to still learn. Even up till today, still a lot of my papers still being rejected. I have to still improve and improve my publication approach, so that our paper will be acceptable. And it's just to share the knowledge. And then it's not for the expert. This talk is not for the expert. I know experts will not join my talk because they can publish it freely. But for those who want to share, and to learn, so feel free today. We have whole day here, and I may not be in this talk only, but I will be around until say 4 o'clock here, so we can let's discuss. Javid is also around to help. Okay, why people reluctant to write journal papers? And they said this is important and this is very good because you can get a lot of incentive and you'll be promoted. All the positive, all the plus point is there when you write journal paper. And yet, we will find that very few people write good journal papers, published in Thomson Reuters journals, Q1, Q2. Why? So there are some. These are some reasons. Despite doing so many researchers still did not write. Why? Because the main thing they said time. I have no time. It's time constraint. Yeah. Number 2, lack of confidence. And procrastination. And it is regarded as an enemy in journal paper publication. It is regarded as enemy in journal paper publication. What is procrastination? It tends to delay it and postpone. I will write, but I will write it later. But you still want to write, but not now. So lack of focus. You tend to do so many things at one time. The priority that you give very low. My teaching, my experiment. Those things are important, more important. My family sometimes, and jobs. but this one is, the priority is very low. Reward and punishment, penalty system. If you give something, you publish something, we give you reward. Otherwise, if you don't publish, okay, you know what you get. Okay, this should be enforced. But whatever it is, please give priority to writing, because now I'm a senior researcher, but still, what is my priority is writing. I still write books, I write journals, patents, all these things, because of the reason that I give to you. Why I like to write. At least I become like Ipin just now, happy when you write. Okay, this is what I said, because it's not easy task. That's why you come to this kind of workshop so that we can share with you, Dr. Javed, myself, and even some of you also have written journal papers, so that you can find a shortcut in writing journal paper. And sometimes you send one paper, until 2 years, the editor didn't respond to your, didn't give the result of the review. And many times you send, as soon as you send, the next day or the next moment, next hour will reject by the editor. And sometimes every day you have the rejection letter. I remember one student, for 3 consecutive days he received the rejection letter. One journal said, oh, it's rejected. The next day, rejected. And then at night, rejected. This also happened. And surprisingly, it's happened now, not 15 years ago. Still, we have that problem. Okay, that is the challenge, like climbing the mountain. So I have to engage the illustrator to prepare this. I pay him one pictures for 10 ringgit just to share with you. And I said just now there is a lack of confidence, so he wants to just jump to the next place, and then he's thinking whether I can do it or not. So he wants to publish, but he's not sure whether I can publish or not. I'm not sure. Ahmad is my student. He just started PhD second semester. In his first attempt, he sent to one journal, and not his first attempt. I mean, it's his first paper. Now it's already online. It's only in second semester, but it's a review paper. But it's a good journal, Q2. So you must have that confidence. To build up the confidence. Okay, time management is very, very important. I mean, it's like in your daily life, you have to manage your time properly. This guy, was so upset that, why you come late, like myself today, started 9 o'clock, but luckily I didn't miss my train. But in this certain country, the train is only one train in 24 hours. So that means he said I only late by 5 minutes. He said no, you are not late just 5 minutes, but you are late by 23 hours and 55 minutes. Normally in India, so only one train per day. So that means how is the impact and effect or not? I mean, managing your time properly. So in this case, there's sometimes it's a very crucial time that you need to publish on time because you want to submit or you want to sit for the viva. But because you just delay your work and then somehow it don't go into the publication and you'll be frustrated. And then maybe some problem and trouble during the viva because nothing to support your work. But if you do it fast earlier, it may be accepted now, and in the viva, will support you. The journal paper, really can help you. Lengthy, you try to convince the examiners, with so many things. You write like this, you say like this, and you come up with this theory. Instead of explaining for 10-15 minutes, you just say, oh, this is public.